What's good, my DV fam? Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to my DV fam. This is a review. This is a review from last week's game. I know I'm late. Can't get them go clown me, but it's all good. This is the review for the Detroit defeating Philadelphia Eagles. We did 27-24. It was a very close game. It was, I think both teams picked up in the second half. First half, they did a little something. It wasn't too spectacular, but in the second half is where they picked up. I'm gonna tell Detroit Lions something. Players of all kind, offense, defense. This really goes for the offense. You can't be a second half team, because see what happens is, if the team's already up on you, and you're sitting back trying to play catch up, that's gonna look very bad. You're gonna probably lose, because they're gonna all they're gonna do is keep the defense on the floor, on the field for extra like 45 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Or 5 to 10, 15 minutes, and then you're gonna be cooked. Because your defense is trying to, and your defense was giving, basically this game, our defense was giving the offense a lot to work with, and the offense wasn't responding as well. In the first half, they wasn't responding as well. Second half, they kind of picked up, they did their thing, and they held on. The defense held on, let us hold on to a small lead. I was kind of frantic, I ain't gonna lie, when they scored that 24 and it was 27. I'm like, and they had opportunities to score on us. So I took my hat to Carson Wentz, playing his heart out and trying to make something with what he had, because he had a gang of injuries following that. So I do tip my hat off to them Eagles. We really don't have no real war with the Eagles. It's just be like a friendly game, like whoever wins, wins. You know, so it'd be like it is what it is. If we let the best team win. And I was on the phone with Desert Eagle exactly after the game went up, and he even said our defense looks solid. He said our offense looks great, our defense looks solid. He said if both sides of the field can stay healthy, he said watch out, NFL, Detroit could possibly be going to the Super Bowl. He said if y'all beat Kansas City, then everybody going to take y'all serious. He's like, the Packers going to take y'all serious, the Vikings and the Bears. He said they all going to take y'all serious, and they're going to have to really pay attention to y'all. Which only injury I seen that was kind of crazy was Darius Slay. I'm hoping he could come back for Kansas City. We need him. I read some that his practices are limited, and a couple of people are out for practices. I forgot who they said it was out. I know one of them was Danny. Danny wasn't practicing. His practicing was out. So I don't know if he's hurt, because he did come limping off the field one of his last plays, so that scared me. Other than that, I do these report cards for these things. I've done it before. The last time I done it was with the Chargers. I didn't do the Arizona one because I was still disgusted about we tied with them. We would really be 3-0 right now. But I ain't gonna dwell on that, because we playing great football. We playing very productive football. I want us to keep this going, but we got to fix some kinks in there. Our defense got to tighten up on them slant cut plays. They do good on a deep ball. Ain't nobody catching a deep ball. If they do, it's very rarely you catching a deep ball. So and I only think they caught one deep ball on us. That was the one where my man he missed. He jumped too early, and the dude was already his. So. But I'm gonna do this report card. Starting with the coaching staff, they get an A from me. Reason why is because they kept their composure, and they kept some plays under they kept some tricks under their sleeve, and they released them when they wanted to. Number two, the offense is going to get a B+, and the reason why, because they had a slow start, and then they picked up like the second half, which is I said this before, we can't be a second half pickup team. Once we start doing that, teams are going to read it, and they're going to start banging on us early in the first, to where we're going to have, but they're going to be like having scores before we have to come back, and we don't want to play comeback ball. That's not us. Especially since it's been that way over the years. Defense gets an A, and that's because they held their own. It was a lot of plays that we could have got hit with a penalty, or they could have got one over on us, but they didn't. So they get an A from me. Special teams is going to get another A, because they put us in great position to where we can make something happen on defense, to where the offense can be set up perfectly. It's just the offense was kind of lagging a little bit on it, but it's all good. I ain't gonna hold them responsible for all of it, responsible for that. Cause that's some serious shit. Y'all gotta tackle on. They gotta huddle up, come together, and tackle on it. So I'm gonna get up out of here. I ain't gonna make the video long. All I gotta say is it was a great game. I talked to Desert Eagle. He said it was a great game. He wasn't disappointed. He just felt his team could have did a little more. But he's like, look at all the injuries. He's a realist. He's like, look at all the injuries we have. We can't possibly do that shit. So shout out to all the real Philadelphia Eagles fans. Nitro Speed, Eagle Speed, I think his name is, Desert Eagle 90, and the rest of them, all the Philadelphia fans, Eagles fans. Shout out to y'all. Peace, salute, hit that like button for your boy and sub for your boy. I'm up out of here. Peace.